Joe, Atiefo, Niyashefo, our listeners, we welcome you once again to Kyeremanten TV. And this is your favorite darling boy, Eric Sarkodie, presenting to you on a particular topic about political lobbying. Political lobbying. When we talk of political lobbying, what does it mean? What does it mean? People are criticizing others. People are trying to say that, hey, how can you tell a friend or a brother to say, step aside and let me take over or let me go forward in my ambition? Why will I allow somebody to take over of a political leadership whilst I'm also interested in the same leadership? So why do we lobby? Is it right to lobby? Nti atiefo yigusu a yetwetwe saa enkomo wi na Ghana's political jungle emu na yewo Ghana political lobbying system emu na yewo is a jungle a survivor of the fittest. Is that right? Say if that is right, then let us deep inside what is happening deep inside the earth crust of political parties where people are trying to push others away to take power, and they are lobbying through many ways. Let's look at where you have a fair competition with a fellow politician in the same political party, but you wish that person steps aside without competing you, but the laws or the rules of the game is that everybody within the party in good standing has the right to go and pick a form, contest for the election, and seek for political leadership through that political party. So why will others will just wake up and try to lobby? Is it right to lobby? Is it political tactics? Is it democratic to lobby, to let people step aside for you to take a political power without being contested? If you're watching Kyeremanten TV and this is your first time, don't hesitate to subscribe, like, and share our videos. And please, if you're watching, we are not doing the bidding of any political leader in Ghana. Our focus is in Ghana, and we are not doing any political bidding in any African country, especially Ghana, to be precise. So please, we are now talking about lobbying and those things because of the recent happenings in the New Patriotic Party, NPP, because Honorable Agyepong declares, I am not going to step down for anybody. Kennedy Agyepong, he said he's not going to step down for anybody. So let me come up with this. Recently, Honorable Kyeremanten, popularly known as Alan Cash, pulled out of the NPP race after becoming third in the last selection procedure to elect 5 people out of the lot. Out of the 10 people, they wanted to screen it down to 5 so that those 5 people will in November 4th contest an election so that we get a leadership for the NPP to contest in the national election come 2024. So let's beat ourselves. Let's ask ourselves, what is going on that is deep inside the New Patriotic Party that is requiring a lobbying and political pullout? So if you're watching, you can share your idea, you can drop your comment, and our viewers will also put their comments alongside your comment. So let's go on. What happened? Asin Central parliamentary candidate or member of parliament, Agyepong, the owner of NetTube TV and Oman FM, and many companies in Ghana and the sub-region of West Africa. He is claiming that people are lobbying at his doorsteps, to step aside for one political candidate to go without being contested. And we all know of these things. We can't be naive about this. It is Dr. Bawumia who is the leading in this presidential primaries of the New Patriotic Party. Many NPP members, many patriots, thinks that this is the time for Dr. Bawumia to rule so that the people in the northern Ghana will appreciate the political stance of NPP, that they are not skewed towards one direction, but the party is meant for all Ghanaians. And they are also claiming that when they give the mandate to Dr. Bawumia, whether they perform politically or they don't perform politically, that is subjective. Ghanaians will vote for Bawumia because he is having the northern background. He's a northerner and he has served the party with his heart, his energy, his intellect, his resources, and he has been loyal to the party since he joined NPP. So in this case, many are of the view that when we give the party to him, the bottom line of every political party or the aim of every political party is to stay in political power. But I want to ask you, please, it is not power alone. Power is for you, the politician, but prosperity for the people in Ghana and Africa is a priority to the ordinary Ghanaian and the youth in the African continent. So these are some of the perceptions that is going around in the political landscape of NPP, the political arena, the space of NPP. People are trying to be on the other side just because there should be a political continuity and power. So Agyepong has seen it to be his political right, his birthright, his legal right to stay in the contest. And this is democratic process. So if you believe, you trust yourself, you can win, then enter into a contest and win it. But one will also argue that politics is not always about election selection procedure. Sometimes you can also go alongside lobbying tactics. You can lobby to get something. From the government, you can lobby. From positions, you can lobby. Sometimes political appointments, you don't sit in your house, just lie idle, sleeping, and you get them. You have to lobby. But, you know, in those arenas, there is no competition, like election competition where one person should come, the other person should come, stand together in public domain for the people to decide. That kind of lobbying, one person has got the opportunity to appoint and disappoint. To disappoint means to dismiss. So the head of state is responsible, like the Vice President Mahmoud Bawumia, the Honorable Agyepong. Vice President was not appointed, he was elected because he was jointly linked with the Akufo-Addo candidature, and people will look at him to vote. So more or less, he was elected through election process. But the ministers, though at their various constituencies, they might have been elected, though not every minister has gone through the ballot or is a parliamentary candidate. But let's assume those who are or are not a parliamentary candidate, those people, when they are given ministerial positions, they lobby to get those ministerial positions. If you think somebody in the government loves you and you go and sleep and wake up one day and say, take this political position, you lie. This is Africa for you. You need to lobby. And the lobbying process is happening under the background of the political processes. But in this case, there is a contest. Somebody has picked his forms. You too, you have picked your form. You trust and believe in yourself. Go and win. But you want your brother to step aside. That one too, nobody can say it is wrong. Because if he accepts it, you don't go through the same processes you're going to go through. and you are the victor in the long run. If the other person, like Kennedy Agyepong, also feels like he's in charge and he can win the election and he has the majority of the New Patriotic Party on his side, so he can also lobby for Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia to step aside. That one is not also wrong. He can also step aside for him to go. But hardly will it happen that Kennedy Agyepong is going to lobby that Mahmoud Bawumia should step aside. But it is true on the other way around. But this guy is furious. He's so angry. I'll give you showdown. Nana Akufo-Addo, showdown. Bawumia, showdown. So let's see. In the end, that will justify the means. So let's get to the river. How to cross it? When you get there, you devise a method to cross it. So Kennedy Agyepong is saying that, okay, man to man, pound for pound, boot for boot, okay, let's go. If you say you're a man, you have the guts, let's go and contest. So I'm not bowing to any political pressure. So is that to say that Kyeremanten bowed to political pressure and step aside for Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia to go through the system smoothly without being challenged? Is that the case? And what are the promises that may be pushing Alan out of the equation? It could be a case, it may not be a case, it might not. So please, politics has a lot of devices. Whichever method you go through and it works for you, you are in power. You are in power. So, please, the hula baloo is nothing to talk about. The time is there. You believe in yourself, stay focused, go into election, win, and lead the political party to success. If you come and Ghanaian and say, oh, you have done so well in the last 8 years and you need to be, we have to vote for you, so you deserve continuity in governance, Ghanaians will give it to you. But if Ghanaians say, no, nahi, Indians will say, nahi. The Chinese will say, mayo. Butai. And if this happens, what next? What will be the method to come back to power? Now, can you go and tell the MPP people that, okay, the promises that I gave you, that if you give it to this candidate for the sake of his background, he's going to win? What will he say? By Kennedy too, you know, there are issues. You need to manage your temperament. Manage it. Because now you want to lead the whole country. You want to lead the whole Ghanaian population. People trust you. People believe in you. They share your ideas. But my brother, I love you as a brother. Because you love so many people. And you're doing a lot for many people. But the method you're using, we have maybe 10 people who like that method. But 90 people don't like that method. So it is 90% against 10% or 10% against 90%. So if that happens, you are destroying a possibility. So my father, Kennedy Agyepong, me, I know you are a good person. I know Bawumia is equally good. Any of you who gets the nod can lead the party. Because after all, you are not the only person going to run the country. It's not a one-man show. So whether Bawumia or Kennedy, you have to get a set of people, a team of people, a team of intellectuals to lead your government in various ventures, in various departments. You need expertise in various departments to champion the cause of Ghana, to champion the agenda of development and transformation. So even those people who are following these people, and please stay tuned, because you belong to the same political party. Whatever you see against your brother here and the other brother sees against you, the two are joined together to drape the blood of the party, to sink the party furthermore. So please, if you're a patriot and you're watching Kyeremanten TV, don't hesitate to like, subscribe, and share our video. Because the thing you did do in this country in the last 3 weeks or 3 months or 1 year, is no good. The thing we did do or you did do or it did happen, is no good. Ask me the reason I say it's no good. If it's no good, it's no good. Please, don't step on people's toe to rise. If you step on the people's toe to rise, maybe today you are stepping, but you don't know what is on the toe. Maybe there is a hole behind where the toe is stationed, and when you step on it, you will sink. So please, never think of stepping on brother's toe to rise. That one alone is a curse. Anybody who aspires to step on other people's toe to rise is a curse. You go through it, you may win it, but in the end, you don't gain respect. People will not love you for that. People will not like you for that. And along the line, people will judge you and they will lash you when you mess up, because they didn't believe in you. There's a long notion that NPP has the men and they are good in governance and those things. Is it still there? Are they stepping on the toes of the men? Are they hitting the men? Are they bringing the men together? Are they stepping on their toes to rise? Are they silencing the men? Okay, if you are silencing the men, then it's a problem. If you are sinking the men, it's a problem. But if you groom the men, if you water their plants, if you help them to rise, that is when the men will be more effective, proactive, and deliver successes for the political party that we all cherish. I love you. I cherish you because you're watching Kyeremanten TV. This is where the one and only African star ready to propagate the truth across Africa. In Ghana, in Nigeria, we will say the truth. Pa, pa, pa. And when we give it to you, in fact, when you did there, make it not panic, make it not shake at all. Because we nothing but the truth. We are speaking out just whatever transpired from our heart. We are not aligned with anybody, because we are not party to whatever goes on. Because whether you win or you don't win, whether you become president or you don't become president, even if I serve you throughout my life, you can't help me. I can help myself better. Because if 8 years you couldn't help me to rise, and I'm still the same Kyeremanten I am, I'm still Kyeremanten. So me, I'm not influenced. Nobody's influencing me. This is from my own carnal knowledge, my own discussion I'm having. Just trying to figure things out. Why things are messing up in Ghana, in Africa, everywhere. I'm just coming up with this question. That why should we lobby? Is it the right time to lobby? And what is the effect of lobbying? After you lobby and I step aside, I step down, and I don't even contest again, what message will you carry across? What message will you tell my supporters? You tell them that I'm coward. I'm afraid of competition, like they are mentioning to Alan Cash, that this man fears competition, he's coward, he shouldn't have resigned. Now we want somebody to resign, and we will tell the person the same thing. Better still, let's stay tuned. Like and subscribe to Kyeremanten TV. Be part of Kyeremanten TV because we are growing together. We are rocking shoulders together. We are lifting up Africa together because together we stand, divided we fall.